Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:31 is the time. It's 41 degrees outside, light mist to rain, and it's amazing how well this is accumulating. It doesn't seem like that much, but 6,500 as of 7 o'clock this morning. You measured 7 yesterday morning, I think. So 7,200 since it all started. We had 2,300 head start from earlier this month, so pushing an inch here, and it all came so nice. I mean,
yes,
it's wonderful. Yeah. It's just soaking in. The ground's still not frozen, so we're getting a little moisture in the ground. It's a really good deal.
Yes, it is.
It's nice. Yeah. Little gift from nature there. Today is a monumental day for the breakfast show.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've had our differences as neighbors, and you've been, I believe, out of line a few times as a neighbor with the leaves and the grass and so forth, different situations we've had. And by the way, I notice there's a lot of leaves over on your corner over there.
Yeah, they blew over from somebody else's yard. Wonder whose yard that would be.
They're right in the middle of the street now. I don't know what took place overnight, but anyway, I would like to, at this time, offer a recommendation for some of our debates and issues as neighbors. I'd like to have a neighborhood turkey pardon.
Oh.
Because today is Presidential Turkey Pardon Day.
Oh, yes. Some lucky turkey gets off the hook.
Actually, 2.
Oh, 2.
And just to show you how much money we have to spend in our federal government, they're actually shipping these 2 turkeys from Minnesota in to save their lives.
Okay, well, wonderful. I hope they have a good trip.
They'll not be turned into Thanksgiving dinner. Those 2 shipped in from Minnesota.
So here's my question. This happens every year, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so where does it say in there, I've always wondered, where do the turkeys go after they're pardoned? What happens to the turkeys after they're pardoned?
Well, Brent, eventually they die.
Well, I know that, but I mean, I'm guessing they don't stay at the White House.
No, they have a little place they take. I assume
Their
a little farm or some place where they just let them live the rest of their short lives. I don't know how long turkeys live.
I don't either. Good question.
Well, it says here they send them to a local zoo.
Oh.
Instead of eating them, they send them to the zoo.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know if that's better or worse. But anyway, I thought we would try to, I'd like to just put on the table, I'm not saying we have to do it, but it is Thanksgiving week.
Oh.
We could agree to have a pardon, and I could pardon you from all the trespasses that you have had against me.
You know, you keep saying we on this, but it really sounds like this is a you thing. You have had problems with me.
See, we can't even agree on that.
As far as being neighbors. Really?
Well, I thought you'd come over and get the leaves out of the street so you wouldn't be complaining about them being in your yard.
Well, they're not my leaves.
Well, forget the pardon then.
Okay. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Oh, let's see. And the stuff.
Hey, do we get? I know we get some benefits here for working full time at the radio station. Is there free counseling? If we need it.
Free?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Will the station pick up payment for counseling if we need it? Here's a bottom line. For me personally, and Jeremy is in this same situation. We love the game of football, and we're both Nebraska fans, but we're also Chicago Bears fans. And I got to tell you, after this weekend, being a Bears and a Huskers fan at the same time is absolutely brutal. Just brutal with what happened over the weekend.
I must tell you, Brent, if businesses offered therapy for the Nebraska football situation, they'd all go broke.
Yes. That's probably true.
I don't know about adding the Bears to that, but Huskers alone after this weekend.
I'm going to give Shipe a hard time about this. He sent me a text. The Bears are playing the Lions, and they're in the fourth quarter. Bears kick a field goal. They go up by, I think it was 12 at the time, and you just kind of felt like, all right, we got this. And so Jeremy sends me a text before the game is over, and he says, man, Fields is looking good today. He's the number one quarterback moving forward. What a big win. Uh-oh. Minute I read that, I'm like, oh, no. The game's not over yet. And sure enough, the Lions scored, I don't know how much it was, in the final 5 minutes and won the game.
I just heard that Detroit had a good comeback, but I didn't even catch who they played. I just heard that. And
it was, and then with Nebraska and Wisconsin and then the Bears, it was, it was just terrible.
Well, maybe I can help you out
without
spending any money on a counselor. Maybe I can help you.
Okay. What's your advice?
I would just watch the Husker volleyball team.
I'm with you on that.
And then
yes,
forget about the other ones.
I'm with you on that. Not only them, but how about the women's soccer team?
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day. Yeah.
They're in the Elite Eight, I believe, after picking up 2 wins in Lincoln in the NCAA tournament this past week and weekend. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, and then the Nebraska women's volleyball team securing the outright Big Ten championship with a win over Iowa yesterday. So, Big Ten champs. I think did I read first time since 2017?
I'm not sure.
I think for winning the Big Ten title.
That's great.
Which is a big thing. I listened to John Cook's postgame show as we ran the radio broadcast of the match yesterday, and he said, he's like, hey, you don't know, this is one of the most difficult things to do. I don't know if he said it, I think maybe he said it in the past. I think he looks at it as difficult, if not more difficult, than maybe even winning the national championship, winning the Big Ten championship with the quality of volleyball that's in that conference. So, great win and still unbeaten. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and, he's probably got a good point. All the good teams are in the Big Ten, so, I mean, not all of them, but it's a powerhouse. They're all very good, so you understand that. Also, to help you out with the problem that you and Shipe are having, you called a game on Friday night that should have lifted your spirits with the high school 6-man championship being played at Kearney, and you and Jeremy were there to call it. Amazing. It was so much fun to listen to and to hear those kids' determination and bounce back. Fantastic.
It was. It was a fantastic game. I have had the wonderful opportunity to call a lot of football games over the years, and I'd say that one ranks right up there. When you think about what was on the line and the way the two teams went back and forth, neither team led by more than a touchdown. And the second half was about as good of a half of football as I've ever seen. I mean, the two teams just kept answering one another. If one team would score, the other team would score. If one team got a defensive stop, the other team would get a defensive stop. And it went right down to the wire. Haysprings scored with under a minute to go to make the score 21-20. They came on for the 2-point kick, which in 6-man football, the kick is worth 2.
Right.
And so they went for the lead on the kick, and SEM came up with the block.
Gosh.
Blocked the kick with 44 seconds left to go in the game and ended up winning the 6-man football state championship. What a thrilling game. Congratulations to SEM. What a fall sports season for them.
No kidding.
I mean, that doesn't happen very often when your volleyball team and your football team win state championships in the same year. So congratulations. Thanks again to the sponsors who allowed us to be there to cover the game for the area and for the listeners. We certainly had a lot of enjoyment doing it, and we say thanks to the sponsors who allowed us to be there.
All right. Thanks for that. And Yes, the sponsorship was fantastic. I'm looking at the list of sponsors for today's big game. Sandhills Thedford takes on Why Not this afternoon, and you'll hear that here on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And, Sandhills Thedford has been tested by their own here in this area.
Yeah.
The Bobcats, South Loup, their only loss, and then they battle it out to get to state. So they're well seasoned here. They should be ready to go. It's going to be a lot of fun to listen to. And that starts at what time, bud?
Kickoff at 2:45.
All right, that's going to be fun. You're going to have a little pregame ahead of that?
Yeah, I'm guessing our pregame will probably start maybe even right after 2.
Yeah.
We'll just kind of see when we're able to get set up and get going.
Okay. Now, do you feel better?
I do feel better,
there
yes.
There you go.
Yeah,
now,
feel a lot better. Thanks, Dave.
Sure. I'll send a bill to you.
Okay, I bet you will.
All right, menus. The Prairie Pioneer Center menu today on this 20th day of November already, Thanksgiving week. On Monday today, they're having Sloppy Joe's, green beans, and apricots. Call them at 872-6121, 872-6121. Let them know you're coming for lunch.
All right. Let's see. At SEM today, it is showing tater tot casserole on the menu at SEM.
Today at Thedford, they're having barbecued beef, tater tots, cauliflower, garlic toast, veggies, fruit bar, and milk.
All right. Let's see. I've got Loup City now. Loup City today showing enchilada or pig in a blanket at Loup City today.
And this is Anselmo Myrna today. They're having ham and pasta hot dish with dinner roll, mini corn dogs, fajita deli wrap, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
And at Callaway today, it's showing goulash on the lunch menu at Callaway.
Ansley, pig in a blanket, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
At Arnold today, Crispitos on the lunch menu at Arnold Public Schools.
And at Sandhills School in Dunning today, macaroni and cheese with ham patties and peas at Dunning today.
All right, Broken Bow today showing ham and pasta hot dish with dinner roll, mini corn dogs, fresh baked combo sub, fajita deli wrap, and the grill station combo is crispy chicken sandwich basket. That's at Broken Bow. A couple of more menus to pass your way here today. We'll go to Gothenburg next, where today they're showing ham and pasta hot dish with dinner roll, mini corn dogs, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, made fresh cheesy pizza. Some of the choices today at Gothenburg. At Cozad today, Cozad on the 20th day of November is showing cheesy pasta with Italian bread, barbecue bacon wrapped hot dog, and Turkey Club sub. Some of your choices at Cozad. And one more to pass your way, Litchfield Public Schools today showing quesadillas on the lunch menu at Litchfield.
Thank you very much, Brent. We're going to play the game and see if we can give away a prize this morning. What is our subject matter and what is the prize?
One more question having to do with President John Kennedy. 60 years ago on November 22nd, 1963, President Kennedy was assassinated, so we've been asking questions about our 35th U.S. president. And the final question in the category is this. Despite the many controversies surrounding Kennedy's assassination, a formal investigation into the shooting of the president was ordered. It was investigated by many of America's finest agencies, including the CIA and the FBI. The investigation was headed by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Earl Warren. The question is, what was the investigation known as? Your choices are the FBI Commission, the Chief Justice Commission, the Commission's investigation, or the Warren Commission. If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Black Friday savings are just across the street from the Square in Broken Bow at Barney Health Mart. Head in to save on gifts, toys, and decor. From 8:30 to 10, save 35% off. 10 to noon, 30% off. Noon to 2, 25% off. And from 2 to 5:30, save 20% off. Exclusions include Montana Silversmith jewelry, but it's 20% off all day. Essential oils are 20% off all day, and Lane & Tree Christmas cards are 10% off all day. Black Friday savings at Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
7:46, and we have Howard on the line. Good morning, Howard.
It is a good morning. That Sand Hills Thetford ball game is going to probably make it even a better afternoon.
Amen to that, Howard. I'm with you. I agree.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun, Howard. Since you're on the air here and you have been lambasted occasionally on Tuesday mornings, is there anything you would like to say in retribution?
Oh, I'll refrain from making that comment on the air, please.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Here's your question, Howard.
Okay, Howard, despite the many controversies surrounding Kennedy's assassination, a formal investigation into the shooting of the president was ordered. The investigation was headed by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Earl Warren. What was the investigation known as? Do you need the choices?
Let's go with the Warren Commission.
There you go. You got it. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can, and we'll have your certificate ready for you.
Well, I appreciate that, and I'll take that up to Billy Bales, too. We'll celebrate together when I get that taken care of.
That sounds great. I know he will enjoy that.
Good kid.
Yes.
You bet he is.
Okay.
Thanks, Howard.
Thank you, guys. You bet.
Take care. Happy Thanksgiving. 7:48 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
7:52, Governor's Call-In Show today on KCNI at 2 p.m. So if you want to kind of stay up to speed on the political side here in Nebraska, the governor will be there. Answer questions about anything from potholes to pot, I guess.
That's good.
I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. Yes.
Could be part of the subject matter.
Could be.
So that'll be at 2, and then as Brent mentioned, you'll probably start hearing pregame over on KBBN 95.3 at 2 o'clock for the big game today, featuring Sandhills, Thedford, and Wynot. So a lot of things happening today, and that's the way we like it. We'll get a little break after today before winter sports, and don't have that big a break. So
no, next week we start.
That's crazy.
Yeah. In fact, we can just talk about that a little bit. On Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, the 28th is Tuesday, isn't it?
Yep.
Of November. Next Tuesday, we're going to be live at Kincaid Brewing Company, as we'll be a part of the Broken Bow Athletic Booster Club's annual Winter Sports Kickoff, and we'll be visiting with coaches and players of Broken Bow's winter sports teams live at Kincaid. I believe we're scheduled to start around 6:30 that evening, so we'll invite you out to join us for that. We'll be live on the radio with interviews, and that'll be on Tuesday the 28th. And then 2 days after that, we're going to go to Loup City, and we start the basketball season as Broken Bow starts our season on the road against Arcadia Loup City. Just love that matchup. I don't know how it could get better for us as far as having an area matchup to start the basketball season. So we'll have that on November 30th, and then we'll have Broken Bow at home for their home opener on December 1st. And then our plan is to go on the road on December 2nd and bring you Twin Loop against Sandhills Thetford. So not much of a break. We get really busy with the winter sports season next week.
All right. Very good. All right, we have just enough time left in this half hour to bring you the grocery cart specials. Now, remember, when Brent reads off these specials, he doesn't get them all covered because there's more than we can read. Plus, they have the little signs all over the store that are unannounced specials that you can take advantage of when you're in the grocery cart. So here's some of the specials that can save you money this week at the grocery cart.
Yeah, this is a big ad this week. This is actually the middle of a 2-week ad that they have running over Thanksgiving. So we're going to give you first some of the Thanksgiving specials that they have going on yet. This ad is good still through November 26th. So keep that in mind as we read off some of the specials for you right now at the grocery cart. We'll start in the meat department. Everybody's thinking Thanksgiving, so they've got Best Choice Grade A turkeys on sale, 10 to 24-pound birds for $1.28 a pound. Best Choice Spiral Cut Half Hams are on sale for $2.68 a pound, and Frick's Bone-In Ham portions are $2.68. Cure 81 Boneless Whole or Half Hams are on sale for $4.48 a pound. Best Choice Russet Potatoes, 2 5-pound bags are for $3. King's Hawaiian Dinner Rolls, 12 count, 2 packages for $8. Best Choice Granulated Sugar, 4-pound bags are on sale for $2.68. Kraft Jet Puffed Marshmallows are 4 bags for $5. Stovetop Stuffing Mix, the 6-ounce packages are 2 for $5. Dole Pineapple or Mandarin Oranges, get 3 cans for $5. Cool Whip is on sale. Get 2 tubs for $4 of Cool Whip at the grocery cart. Village Pie Maker pies are on sale for $14.48. Best Choice Cream Cheese, 2 varieties. The 8-ounce bricks are 3 for $5. Best Choice Butter, 2 varieties, 1-pound package, $3.25 this week. Best Choice Cherry Pie Filling, $2.98 for the can. Ocean Spray Cranberry Sauce, 2 cans for $4. And Kraft Jell-O Pudding, 4 for $5. Some of the Thanksgiving specials you'll find yet this week through November 26th at the GK. Some of the other specials that are going on until November 26th include Grocery Cart's Premium Age Choice Certified Angus Beef Rump Roast, $5.88 a pound. 8-pound average Hormel Natural Choice Boneless Center Cut Pork Loin, $2.68 a pound. And Grocery Cart's own homemade pork sausage on sale for $3.68 a pound. Some of the other things that are on special this week: Wimmer's Little Smokies, get 2 packages for $8. Tyson Cornish Game Hens, 2 for $10. Some of the other things listed this week: Bluebonnet Stick Margarine, 2 for $3. Country Crock Sheds Spread, the tub is $4.98. Ready Whip Whipped Topping, 3 varieties. The 6.5-ounce canister, 2 for $5. Best Choice Crescent Rolls, 2 for $4. Simply Orange Juice is on sale, 52-ounce bottle, 2 for $8. Highland Dairy Eggnog, the quart cartons are $3.48 this week. Best Choice Heavy Whipping Cream, the pint carton, $3.15. Best Choice Sour Cream on sale for $1.78. And Best Choice Cinnamon Rolls, 2 varieties, are $2.25 this week. Some of the grocery savings you'll find this week at the Grocery Cart: Village Hearth Brown and Served Dinner Rolls are on sale for $2.83. Green Giant Sweet Corn, 3 cans for $5. And Frito-Lay Tostitos are on sale, $3.98 for the bag at the GK. In the produce section, red or green seedless grapes, $2.68 a pound. Ocean Spray cranberries, 12-ounce bags, are 2 for $3. Fresh crisp celery, 2 for $3. Honey Crisp apples are on sale for $1.48 a pound. And Dole Golden pineapples, 2 for $5. Fancy yams are on sale, 78 cents a pound this week. Just a few other things that are being shown in the store-wide savings: Swiss Miss Hot Chocolate, $2.28 for the box. Gold Medal flour is on sale, 5-pound package, $2.98. Lipton dry soup mixes, get 2 for $4. Libby Solid Pumpkin, 15-ounce cans are 2 for $5. And Campbell's Cream of Chicken or Mushroom Soup, the cans are 98 cents this week. And the Hidden Valley Ranch Dressing Mix, get 2 packages for $3. Those are just some of the specials you're going to find at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Again, these sales are good through November 26th.
And remember, we always like to remind you that when you pull into the Grocery Cart and that front parking lot is full, and it usually is, there's plenty of parking on the west side. In fact, a lot more parking on the west side for you to enjoy. And you can get into the store. Once you get into the store, even though the parking lot is full, it's a roomy store with big, wide aisles, and you'll find yourself plenty of room to shop, but you'll find yourself visiting with plenty of neighbors as well when you go to the Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Paid tribute to former First Lady Rosalind Carter when she lies in repose at the Carter Center next week. She died yesterday at the age of 96. Admirers say they're
sad, but what a legacy. The Carters have certainly left their mark on this globe and continue to.
I think there's nobody who doesn't love Mrs. Carter.
CBS's Holly Williams says both sides in the Gaza war say an agreement may be near to free some of the hostages. She spoke with a senior Hamas official.
Musa Abu Marzouk told us he's not sure where all of the hostages are located, and some, he claims, have been killed in the bombardment by Israel's military.
Maybe around 60.
Powerful storms across the southern U.S. could put a hitch in Thanksgiving plans. Odyssey meteorologist Craig Allen.
This certainly has the potential to threaten all kinds of travel across the Deep South during the day today and into tonight.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, Saunders County authorities are investigating after the driver of the vehicle they were in pursuit of died early Sunday. The Saunders County authorities told Channel 6 News one of its deputies notified dispatchers that they were in pursuit of a 2004 Chevy Malibu heading north on 16th Street in Ashland just after 2:30 a.m. While in pursuit, the deputy advised the Ashland Fire and Rescue that the driver had left the road and struck a tree. The driver, 29-year-old Tyler Persons of Ashland was pronounced deceased at the scene. Deputies say Persons was not wearing a seatbelt. Due to the accident happening during a pursuit, the Nebraska State Patrol was called in to investigate. Ashland police are assisting, and a grand jury will also be convened. The sheriff's office says Persons next of kin have been notified.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking Sunday's action, Week 11 in the NFL. The Lions rally to beat the Bears 31-26. Detroit now 8-2. It's their best start after 10 games since 1962. 49ers are 7-3 after a 27-14 win over the Buccaneers. Cowboys are 7-3 after downing the Panthers 33-10. Dolphins defeat the Raiders 20-13. Miami's at 7-3, 5-0 at home. Browns are 7-3. They beat the Steelers 13-10 on a last-second field goal. Jaguars are 7-10. They top the Titans 34-14. Tennessee's 0-6 on the road. The Bills, with their new offensive coordinator, beat the Jets 32-6. New York quarterback Zach Wilson got benched late in this one. Sunday night, the Broncos get a late touchdown pass to beat the Vikings 21-20. Packers get by the Chargers 23-20. It was the Texans defeating the Cardinals 21-16. Giants over the Commanders on the road 31-19, and the Rams rally past the Seahawks 17-16.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Isolated rain showers likely today, otherwise overcast skies. Highs level off around 44, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered showers tonight, lows level off around 28, cloudy skies. Highs level off around 46, tomorrow ample sunshine expected. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. And we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Oh, Janet. Haven't done that for a while. 41 degrees outside. It's getting darker out there. Cloud cover. Just walked out and kind of felt a little of that mist in the air. Little rain, little mist still coming down, and they say that that's going to be possible throughout the day. 70% chance, I believe. So let's enjoy. Winds are out of the east-northeast 5 to 10 right now. Barometric pressures at 29.92 and rising. Humidity at 96%. High temperature yesterday, 51, an overnight low of 41 degrees. Sunset today at 5:16. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:33. As we mentioned, we measured 65 hundredths as of 7 o'clock this morning. That brings our total for the month here at the studios to 95 hundredths of an inch. 41, cloudy with some light mist and rain here at Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now is the perfect time. Call today and receive 50 little blue or yellow pills for only $120 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 1-800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order, discreetly packaged, to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 1-800-990-6271 for as little as $120 for 50 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 1-800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we will rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 1-800-990-6271 now. That's 1-800-990-6271.
All righty then. Remember the days where they didn't even advertise any medications of any kind? As you just heard, those days are past. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking to fill a position, looking for an individual to work as a WIC nurse in Loup City. This is a part-time job, flexible 20 hours per week, starting wage depending on qualifications. Benefits include a generous paid time off program, employee assistance program, flexible working schedule, and Even at 20 hours, you're able to take part in the employer match retirement if you wish, up to 3%. You must have an active RN, LPN, or RD license, a working phone, and a valid driver's license, and previous nursing experience. Travel will be required. General duties: provide assistance to clients at the WIC clinics, administer vaccinations to participants in the immunization program. If you need an application, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. That's 745-0780, extension 105, or apply online at centralnebraskacap.com. This position will remain open until filled. And by the way, all of this information is on Sandhills Express job page.
They are getting ready for the 11th annual Backyard Barn Christmas Boutique at Zorb Farms. Please join them for fun and food while finding wonderful gifts for Christmas. It'll be located at the Zorb Farm, 2 miles west of Litchfield. It's 2 days. It'll start on Saturday, November 25th, and then continue and conclude on Sunday, November 26th. Both days, the event will go from 11 a.m. until 4 in the afternoon. There's no entrance fee to get in. Just come on out and have fun. 60 vendors to see, and there will be raffles from each vendor, with proceeds going to the Homeward Trail Bible Camp located just outside Mason City. Free will donation cookies and coffee provided by the Impact Youth Group. You can check out the event on Facebook. It is the 11th annual Backyard Barn Christmas Boutique at Zorb Farms, just 2 miles west of Litchfield.
We'll be right back with our first guest in the studio. Mr. Keith Ellis is here right after these words.
Be ready to process that first steer of the season with a trip to Arrow Seed. Arrow Seed has everything you'll need, from grinders and slicers to seasoning and casings to smokers, dehydrators, and packaging supplies. And the Masterbuilt Gravity Series Digital Charcoal Grill Plus Smoker that smokes, grills, bakes, sears, crisps, warms, barbecues, roasts, and braises will cook up some mighty fine grub. You can even control it from your phone. Stop in to see what's cooking at Arrow Seed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
Medicare annual enrollment is going on now through December 7th. Hi, this is Allison with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. I invite you to call our office in Broken Bow at 872-6996. I can help you make sense of the many changes and options.
We do not offer every plan available in your area. Currently, we represent 7 organizations which offer 46 products in your area. Please contact Medicare.gov, 1-800-MEDICARE, or your local state health insurance program to get information on all of your options.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Just about 10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, and as we mentioned, Mr. Keith Ellis here from the Custer County Economic Development Group. He heads it up. How you doing, Keith?
Good morning. I'm doing good.
Feeling better?
Yeah, getting there. I really kicked your rear
end, huh?
It did.
Well, it's tough, this flu that's going around, different things. Got a hold of you, huh?
Yeah, it got me.
Darn it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I wondered if you weren't feeling a little better, too, following the special election for the school bond issue. I know that you've been on the air with us before and mentioned how important it was to move forward in this area. So in your arena, it's got to make you kind of happy.
Well, it really is a sign of a community that's willing to invest in the future. It's the people that are going to be working here. I mean, let's face it. And so you have those kids that go off to college, and you get some of those back in the area. But with my experience in recruiting industry over the years, I know I've got contacts with about 32 site consultants from around the United States, and they look for this kind of community support. Education is one of the key factors in any kind of relocation of a company. And so when they see that the community has invested in the future, with especially in this case with Broken Bow investing in skilled training, which was a huge part of the success of the vote. I think that tells a lot about our site consultants that look at locating. They really have to look at that and go, well, these people are supportive, and they know what it takes for a workforce to be developed.
All right. Well, I wanted you to comment on that because they did change things up from the initial one and made some adjustments, and I think you're right. I think people support those vocations, and it showed in the voting. So yeah.
They listened to their constituents and designed the ballot that was going to be best for what the community wanted. So I think they did a good job listening.
All right. Another subject, I don't know if you want to talk about this or not, but we're going to put you on the hook here, but maybe I don't think I'm stretching out here too far, but I know you sent out some information and some notes about the loss of the McDonald's restaurant because there was so much. The rumor mill really wound up, and it was horrible. You're right. It just was awful, and nobody wants to see us lose any kind of business. I was actually talking with a competitor about this yesterday, the day before. Doesn't matter anyway. You never want to see anybody leave, even though if they're your competitor. But you move on, and you hate to see rumors make it bigger than it is.
Yeah, and we spent a lot of time following up on rumors to make sure they weren't true. I mean, we were spending time on things we shouldn't be spending our time on.
Yeah.
And so it was frustrating. You don't know how these things get started, but as the rumor just keeps passing on, it gets a little juicier all the time. You know how that works.
Yes.
And so I'm glad that things have kind of settled down now, and we're really trying to. We've made contact with the McDonald's corporate on the property, and we have a contact for that, and we've actually had some inquiries as to the property. So it's you'd look for the silver lining now.
Yeah.
And I think there will be. I think there will be a silver lining to that. But I think the main thing for this community to understand in this county is to understand that it doesn't take a lot to shake the economy, to rattle it. It can be just an adjustment. It can be, some layoffs or whatever, but it can always shake up the economy just a little bit. But the definition of the community and the economy is how you handle it. And so that was the key thing that from a CEDC perspective was how do we handle a little bit of adversity and try to overcome it. And so you got to stay positive. You got to know where your resources are, and you have to trust the community and in this case the county and what goes on to be able to do the right thing at the right time. And so it was interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And I know there's only so much you can tell us, but you were talking about maybe reaching out to some of the other places where the rumors were held, and if I understand correctly, there's no more to tell right now as far as anything else changing with other outlets, other restaurants, and so forth.
No, there's no other news.
Okay.
No news is good news.
It is good news. The other part of that good news story, and some of the silver lining is, some of the other existing restaurants are adding some things and doing some things to fill the hole,
Absolutely amazing what our business community and our restaurants are doing to offset some of that. I mean, they're all obviously busier than they were October 31st.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think you have to commend. I mean, that's the fun part of being in business and being in a small community is the ability, the flexibility, the community support. For when things happen and then another business says, okay, this is what we're going to do to counter that. And then you have, this case, we had like 3 or 4 or 5, restaurants and businesses that said, hey, we're stepping up.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of fun. I mean, that's what really makes living in the community like Broken Bow and Custer County really such a great experience.
We're close to the same age, and we both grew up here. And I've mentioned this before when we've talked about this on the air. I think you probably remember the same conversation with your parents that I heard from mine, is that back during the time we were growing up, there was a comment that was, well, there's just not that many places to eat.
Yeah.
And there weren't as many places to eat as there is today, and we probably have less population now than we had back then. And the dynamics of the food industry changed dramatically going through COVID. So, but if you start looking up and down the highway, clear out here to the west, we have a DQ. You go through town, we have some places that we didn't have before. I'm not going to list them again because I'm always afraid I'm going to forget somebody. But and you're talking, McDonald's is a trade, it's a brand,
the icon of
of that particular section of type of restaurants. But there are others, and there may be some others interested. The challenge, I think, for the food industry is the cost of food is up dramatically. Through COVID, labor costs went up dramatically. And so I'm sure that sitting down and penciling that out is different than it was in 2015, for sure, right?
Well, yeah, and back when we grew up, the eating habits were a lot different than they are now.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have the choices, and so, but I think in most families cooked their meals at home and sat around the dinner table at night, so.
Yeah. You're probably like us, we got really excited on a Saturday night when you got all dressed up and went down to Buzz and Betty's and had some chicken. I mean, it was a big deal to, by the way, you had to behave yourself when you went to eat out, or if you didn't, then you wouldn't get a go again.
That's right. City Cafe, hot roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, there you go. So it has changed, and I think that's what we're talking about. Sometimes we don't like the changes. We don't like to see what happens, but we don't want to panic, right? We don't want to start rumors.
You can't, and I guess the message out of this experience is that there is another day, and there are solutions out there. As a matter of fact, we've had some really good inquiries into the property, so things have gone in the right direction, and we've got the contacts with McDonald's headquarters. So,
all right, moving along. I believe today is your monthly meeting.
CEDC board meeting.
Anything on there you'd like to highlight today?
Well, we're finalizing the Callaway house. That's completed or will be completed this week, and so we're looking at an open house coming up, I think after Thanksgiving, maybe the 1st of December. I don't know. It'll come out, but we do have a strong inquiry into that. So, but we'll see where we're at with that. But there will be an open house, and it will be offered for sale to someone who can qualify as an income qualifying house. So, and then of course it's been a 2-year adventure here, I'll say, with housing, because that's the third house in our trust fund grant with the state of Nebraska, and so that'll be done. There will be funds left over from that we'll be able to use to reinvest or do some second stage grant funding using some of those funds. And so we just haven't, as an organization, determined our path as far as some of those housing grants. The Custer School has been purchased by an home investor group locally, and they're going to be putting apartments or condominiums in that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, keeping the school.
Yeah.
There's a lot of emotion with that to keep the school, the building, and so. But it will be remodeled into some really nice multifamily residence.
It's great news.
Yeah. We have our Rural Workforce Housing Fund, which is about over $800,000 in that, and that's the Loan Review Committee has approved a project for that, and so we're just waiting to get that started. So our housing, we're kind of we're transitioning right now from the grants into now we've got a partnership with the city of Broken Bow on a tax increment financing project up at Eagle Crest up by the hospital for 31 lots. So those will be developed into homes over the next few years, and hopefully we're looking at 5+ homes a year to get that developed. Basically, the tax increment financing takes the base tax rate, and then any new development on that lot goes into this tax increment financing, and it's taxed, but it pays off the infrastructure investment or whatever that tax increment financing is used for. Usually it's infrastructure. In this case, it's infrastructure. So it reduces the cost of a lot from, let's just say, $70,000 down to somewhere around 10. We don't know the number yet. So that's the only way you're going to get developers to come in and invest in new home construction, is to get that lot price down. And so that has all been approved by the city of Broken Bow, and we appreciate that. And so dirt work will begin, I think, probably right after the first of the year. A lot of dirt work needs to be done, and then they'll put in all the infrastructure for that. So those are the things that, it's kind of the end of the grant cycle from the first 2 years that I've been here. We've had it just in a really aggressive board has made it a priority to do housing projects, and so now we're seeing the culmination of that leadership and vision. And then we've got the creative district, which we have completed. It's a 43-page grant application.
Oh man.
I better take a drink of water so I don't swear.
Yeah.
So that's done and submitted, or will be submitted this morning. Actually, we had some edits we had to do to the proposal, and so that's ready to go, and that'll go in, and then we'll see where we're at with that. LB 840 with the city of Broken Bow, which is a local option municipal sales tax.
Oh, that's right.
We've had discussions with the city on that. And now that we've waited until the bond issue with the school was completed for the success of that before we started really working on timelines and ballot questions and for that. But that basically is a sales tax that is paid for by people that shop in the area in Broken Bow, and that 0.5% is used for economic development, and as we define it, it can be anything from child care facilities. It can be for small business recruitment, like business loans. We're one of the only places around in the whole area that doesn't have any funding for small business. We have the banks, which do a really good job, but this gives us one added feature, and we get. I think we had about 15 potential businesses go through the process this year.
Wow.
Business plans and whatnot, and so we want to have a fund available so that they can use those funds. It's more of a gap financing thing, working with the banks, and so that's some of that economic development fund can be used for that with LB 840. It can be used for buying land. It can be used for if you recruit or retain a company and you want to use some of those funds for training of employees. It runs the full gamut of economic development. But childcare and housing are the two key elements that are part of this that we need, because we can't continue just to nickel and dime this kind of policy. We've got to be able to have funds to be able to accomplish these things, and it's such a struggle. It's kind of an up and down kind of an emotional thing with these things, because you think you've got something going and then something happens and it doesn't go, and most of it's because of funding. And so we've got to have funds available, and people might say, well, why do we need another sales tax? Because you have to invest. It's the same as a school bond principle. Plus the fact that anywhere anybody shops, when they leave town, whether it's Lexington, Cozad, Gothenburg, Kearney, Grand Island, North Platte, Lincoln, anywhere they shop, they pay a local option sales tax or in lieu of local option sales tax that goes to either general fund or to economic development. And so they're paying, they're when they go out of town and shop, they're paying for some other community's economic development. And so we need to have that here to be able to compete. It's all about competition. It's all about competition.
Keith, is that if that was passed, would those funds that are raised from the sales tax go into economic development through Custer County Economic Development Group? And if so, then would that allow that money to be dispersed in the county itself, or do you know yet?
No, it would be for Broken Bow.
Okay, all right.
It can't be done in a countywide. It could be put into other communities, but they would have to vote on the same ballot that Broken Bow would have to vote.
So each community needs to consider that if they want to have that half or whatever they decide to propose, right?
Or do their own.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Ansley, Callaway, Sargent, Arnold, they all have LB 840 already.
They already have it.
Yeah.
And we don't.
So, yeah.
Yikes. That's kind of crazy.
So we're going to be working on that. That'll be one of the things that we get done the first of the year. I'm not sure what the timeline's going to be for that, but we're going to be aggressive now that the school bond issue has been successful.
Okay. All right. We're about out of time. Was there something else that you wanted to highlight that we didn't ask you about?
Well, I think we've had a good year. It was a year of clicking things off the list.
Yeah.
And I think next year will be very similar to that, although our housing policy will look for what we're going to do for grants next year, which will determine a little bit. We've had some discussions of what we could use those housing grants for the upcoming next 2-year cycle. So that'll be coming up. And then business retention is going to be key, retaining business, especially in our economy. And growing economy to try and get some growth with existing. It's going to be very difficult to recruit a new 50 or 25 employee business because of our unemployment rate being so low. And that's Nebraska-wide. That's not here.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be working on some strategies to see where we can get some retention and growth with our existing businesses.
All right, Keith. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody, and especially the radio station having us on and telling our story.
Well, I mean, where else could you talk about Buzz and Betty's having chicken if you didn't come in?
Right. I remember Buzz and Betty's. I remember one box the first or the second year they had the one box and they had the astronauts come in on train.
Yeah.
Well, they stopped. When they got into town, they went to Buzz and Betty's. Oh, my older brother Roger went to that, and so he got to autographs of some of the astronauts, and I'll never forget that one.
Yeah, no kidding. And I think for many years when trains came through, that happened a lot. People would get off the train and come up to the cafe. I don't think it was called Buzz and Betty's then. But
right, I don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, my mom actually was telling me the other day that she worked there, and there would be troops coming through, and they would give them the choice of pork roast or roast beef dinners because that's all they could handle with 50 of them coming in at one time. So the restaurant business has changed somewhat. Thanks,
Those were
Keith.
good years.
They were good years. We'll take a time out right after these words. We'll have more for you on The Breakfast Show.
Burning Bank wishes you a wonderful Thanksgiving season, making memories with your friends and families. At Burning Bank, we are thankful for you, our amazing customers. Even with the always advancing world of technology, we look forward to each opportunity to greet you with a smile when you come through the door. We strive every day to truly know our customers as friends and neighbors. We wish you a fulfilling holiday season. Burning Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able.
And we're back live in the studio here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Brent in the studio here with you now, joined by Stephanie Groffel with the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. Steph, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know, I just got to say, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Everywhere you go.
You do much better than I do. We have Thanksgiving first, though. I think sometimes that holiday gets overlooked a little bit by the fact that we look ahead toward Christmas. But a wonderful holiday coming up. Certainly a lot to be thankful for, and I'm guessing a lot to be thankful for when you look back at the year at the Broken Bow Chamber.
We've had a great year. It's been wonderful. There's been lots of ups and downs, and yeah, you say ups and downs, and that sounds bad, but it has been really good. We lost Doris as our administrative assistant, and then we gained Kelly Seidel, so she's been there. We've had a lot of work that we've been doing with Creative District, with the CEDC and the City of Broken Bow, and a lot of events that we normally sponsor and work on. So it's been fun.
As we hit the holiday shopping season, there's no question that this time of year is very big for merchants. We know that, and certainly for our hometown merchants. And I know the Broken Bow Chamber works hard in association with our hometown businesses to promote shopping local.
Yeah, all year long we talk about shopping small. Shopping local is a big deal, especially in central Nebraska. You really want to make sure that you're giving your community members, you're giving them those services and giving them your support. So shopping local is huge. And coming up with Thanksgiving, of course, we've got Black Friday and Small Business Saturday this week. And I know a lot of our local shops have some great deals for you. So before you go out and go to those big box stores, definitely check out what we have here. We've got a lot to offer in Broken Bow.
We just came off Hunt for Savings, which is something else that the Broken Bow Chamber was involved in, and a promotion that's been going on for a very long time when it comes to encouraging and promoting hometown shopping has been the Christmas Bucks promotion, and I'm guessing we're getting close to that.
Yep, that starts this week. So Christmas Bucks goes, we do it all through December. So we'll have 4 different drawings the Fridays of December before Christmas. So starting next Friday, and then for the next 4 after that, we do those drawings here at KCNI for our public affairs show on Fridays. Really look forward to it. We have a great group of businesses that are sponsoring this year, so it'll be good. We usually give around $2,000 out in Christmas bucks every year.
So when you're shopping, make sure you pay attention to the buckets that are out.
Yeah.
And I think it's
a little different this year. So we will still have some buckets out, but we've been working with the community and with the retailers to make this a little easier for everybody. We have set up a QR code that goes directly to a Microsoft form. So it's not an information grab. If you use this QR code, you're not being signed up to get a whole bunch of other solicitations at all. It just goes directly to a form. You add your name, your phone number, and how much you spent at that business. Each business has their own QR code, so we know where you were at when you entered the information, and it will make it just a little easier on the businesses. If you don't want to do a QR code, if your phone doesn't do it, we will have the paper forms available for you to fill out. But it's just a quicker way for it to be handled. Make sure that we're not losing anybody's names in the process, and kind of beneficial for those businesses that they have just a little less that they have to work on throughout the Christmas season.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll encourage people to be on the lookout for that as it gets started, and make sure you listen to Public Affairs when the Broken Bow Chamber is featured on Fridays during the month of December, because everybody wants to hear their name read.
Oh, it's so much fun to draw those names. It really is. So we're looking forward to that. Of course, next week also we get Festival of Lights, which is a huge event for the Chamber. We enjoy doing it every year. We've got lots of different sponsorship this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's always the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, so that's coming up a week from today. All right. And what are some of the, obviously the Lights Parade brings a lot of people out, but there's a lot of other things that go on in conjunction with that, whether it be before the parade or after.
So the Lights Parade is big. A lot of people just love seeing it. Having a parade in the wintertime is so much fun. I know that the school is going to be involved. We have both the middle school and the high school bands that will perform for us. Joel Rand Academy is going to have their dancers and gymnasts out doing things. If you are interested in having a float, give us a call at the Chamber. We have a registration form. We can fill it out over the phone with you if you want, or you can have us send it to you. It's great to have those different floats in. The kids love it. It's a lot of fun. But before the parade itself, about 4 o'clock is when Santa and Mrs. Claus come down to the square. They will be there at the bandstand to hear all of your Christmas wishes. They are being helped by the Custer Public Power District. The Custer Public Power District has candy canes for them to give out. Third City Christian Church has chili that they'll be handing out, so you have some nice hot chili for the night. Broken Bow Optimus will have their fire pits and their s'mores going, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Bruning Bank will have hot cocoa for us. First Interstate Bank will have their popcorn popper out, and there will be popcorn for the kids while they wait. I know you guys are going to be helping us with the parade, which you do a fantastic job. Before you get there, K-Bear will be there with a little bit of music going, and I think they're going to have some type of a giveaway. They haven't told me what it is yet, so that'll be interesting. It's just the reindeer. So the city
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, the city has helped Santa bring his reindeer and sleigh to the square again this year, which will be just a great time. After the parade, it is always fun to hear the mayor give a little speech, have the lights turned on, and then sing. The community choir is out there, the United Methodist Choir, and then the high school choir will come and help with carols on the square too. So I like saying it's kind of like a Hallmark movie.
It really is, with the square and the beauty of it, and then you turn on all the lights, on the square and everything. So yeah, it is kind of a Hallmark moment.
It is.
Downtown Broken Bow.
Yeah, all of my friends from Colorado and states beyond, when we were in the military, they all are a little jealous that we have such an amazing little thing going in our town.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, that's it's just hard for me to believe it's a week from today.
It is a week from today.
Yeah. So we'll encourage everybody to come out and enjoy that. Be watching for the Christmas Bucks promotion starting up. Were there other things that you wanted to touch on, Steph?
There is something else. Okay. We always help Santa Claus with his letters as well.
There you go.
Santa Claus's mailbox will be out in front of the chamber starting this next week as well. So if your kids want to mail a letter to Santa, and if they'd like a return letter, just make sure that your address is attached, because Santa is really pretty good at returning letters to those kids when he gets their Christmas wish list.
All right. Well, always a lot of excitement when you come into the holiday season, and certainly right here in Broken Bow and Custer County, a lot of exciting things to take advantage of right here in our area.
Absolutely.
All right. Steph, thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Steph Groffel, our guest from the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
This is John Farley with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. And here we understand your land represents a lifetime of hard work, and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at lashleyland.com.
Tie downs, straps, hooking up the trailer, backing up the trailer, undoing the straps, unloading the trailer, parking the trailer. Then you get to start the project. We'll skip straight to getting to work with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply with their offering of delivery. The only question is, what new hobby will you pick up with that spare time? From whole home packages to reliable brands of shingles, decking, windows, premium lumber, and more. Ansley Lumber, downtown Ansley.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
Here in the studio as we roll through the remainder of the breakfast show today. When we came on the air, we were talking a little bit about the Nebraska volleyball team winning the outright Big Ten championship with their win over Iowa this past Sunday. Now, one of the big reasons that Nebraska was able to win the Big Ten title with their win over Iowa, with still 2 matches remaining in the regular season, was because Purdue knocked off Wisconsin a few days ago to give Wisconsin 3 losses in the conference. And our good friend Mo Hunsberger chatted with us on Facebook and says, "Good morning. Just wanted to follow up on that Purdue-Wisconsin volleyball game. Who called it, Brent?" You did, Mo. You did. Mo was in here, I think it was a week ago, on the breakfast show, and I was asking her, is Nebraska going to win the Big Ten championship? She said yes. We're going to have it won before we play Wisconsin because Wisconsin's going to lose to Purdue. And I remember looking at her going, oh, really? And they did. Yeah, Purdue won it. So Nebraska has won the outright Big Ten championship with 2 matches remaining. They'll play Wisconsin, I believe, on Friday, if I'm not mistaken, and then they'll close it out against Minnesota, I think, on Saturday. So an amazing year for the Nebraska volleyball team, still without a loss as we come toward the end of the regular season. All right, as we check out some things that we have to pass your way here this morning, we want to direct you to sandhillsexpress.com again, where on the jobs page, you'll see another job opportunity posted through the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They have an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. They provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. To apply for the position, if you're interested, you need to go to this website because an online state application must be completed. So go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity, veterans preference employer. The Dawson County Ag Society wants to invite you to the Thanksgiving Classic Beef Show coming up November 24th and 25th, right after Thanksgiving at the fairgrounds in Lexington. Check-in each day is from 8 to 10 a.m. Showmanship will be on Friday at noon with the breeding heifer show to follow. Market heifers are at noon on Saturday with market steers to follow. Pre-entry is $40 before tomorrow, November 21st. Late entries go up to $60. For more information and a pre-entry form, they encourage you to just follow them on Dawson County Fair on Facebook for updates. The Thanksgiving Classic Beef Show is sponsored by Lexington Convention and Tourism. If you have questions about the event, they direct you to Mike Johnson at 308-991-1219. That's the Dawson County Ag Society inviting you to the Thanksgiving Classic Beef Show November 24th and 25th coming up this week at the Dawson County Fairgrounds in Lexington. So thankful to have our good friend Roxanne with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center right here in Broken Bow. You'll find their office in downtown Broken Bow in the Broken Bow Chamber building. Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. And we were talking with Steph from the Broken Bow Chamber a few minutes ago about the importance of shopping local. Well, not just for items, but for services too. And the Nebraska Land Hearing Center is here to take care of all of your hearing needs with their service. No need to go out of town. You can get it all taken care of right here in Broken Bow and Custer County. And Roxanne is one that really promotes buying local. In fact, she even offers some special discounts just for buying local and staying here in town. Free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for just buying local. Again, no need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha or Denver or anywhere because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow. And you get that good free follow-up care and office visit with good local service through the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. So set up your appointment today. Call 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852 for the Nebraska Land Hearing Center in Broken Bow.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. One thing you can always count on, though, is Nebraska State Bank looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 7.95% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. Offer valid through January 15th, 2024. Call one of their local, experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited-time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Thanksgiving savings are at Gary's Superfoods until Thanksgiving and after, through the 28th. 8-inch Jesse Lord pumpkin pies are $4.39 each, and our family half-ham shank portions are $1.99 a pound. 85% lean ground beef is $3.99 a pound. 10-pound bags of Idaho russet or North Dakota red or our family potatoes are $3.99. Campbell's cream of mushroom or chicken soups are $1.09. And Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers are 2 for $7. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
Delicious Mexican food has been served at Fiesta Brava for 10 years now. Time truly flies by when you're having fun, and Louise and the crew are looking forward to the years to come. Your friends at Fiesta Brava love serving the community and appreciate you for allowing them to bring their delicious Mexican dishes to your table. If you need a space to use for a holiday gathering, ask them about their party room. They can help cater your party too. 625 South 10th, Broken Bow, Fiesta Brava Mexican Restaurant celebrating 10 years.
Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. More than 24 critically ill newborns have been transferred from Gaza City's Battle al-Shifa hospital to Egypt. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
Even the water used for their formula was contaminated, says Dr. Mohammed Sakut, and there was no sterilization. They suffered from vomiting and diarrhea and weight loss. Some had blood poisoning and severe infections.
A federal appeals court in Washington begins hearing arguments right now over a gag order imposed on former President Trump in his elections interference case. CBS's Scott McFarland.
The gag order that was put in place, then put on hold pending today's arguments, limits Trump from messages that target the special counsel, Jack Smith, court staff, and potential witnesses in the case.
Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter will lie in repose at the Carter Center in Atlanta next week, where admirers will be able to pay respects. President Biden counts himself among them.
They're really an incredible family because they brought so much grace to the office.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
On Sunday Night Football, the Broncos engineered a come-from-behind game-winning drive late in the fourth quarter to knock off the Vikings 21-20. Russell Wilson finding Cortland Sutton in the back of the end zone to give Denver the win. That snapped Minnesota's 5-game winning streak. The Broncos have now won 4 straight after they started the year 1-5. After the Jets benched Zach Wilson during the third quarter of their loss to the Bills, Coach Robert Saleh was non-committal about sticking with Wilson for the first time this season. Saleh said he'll make a decision on Monday after watching film. It's a short week for New York. They play at the Dolphins on Friday. Other finals in the NFL, the Lions scored 17 in the fourth quarter to beat the Bears 31-26. 49ers handled the Buccaneers 27-14 behind a big day from Brock Purdy, 333 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cowboys blew out the Panthers 33-10.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Isolated rain showers likely today, otherwise overcast skies. Highs level off around 44, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered showers. Tonight, lows level off around 28, cloudy skies. Highs level off around 46. Tomorrow, ample sunshine expected. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Guys, stop putting your love life on hold. U.S. Pharmacy has some exciting news. If you've been wanting to try Viagra or Cialis, now is the perfect time. Call today and receive 50 little blue or yellow pills for only $120 with free shipping. Why order some low-dose sildenafil from one of those subscription services when we can give you what you want now? Call 1-800-990-6271 and we'll rush your order, discreetly packaged, to your door. Been thinking about trying Viagra or Cialis? Call U.S. Pharmacy at 1-800-990-6271 for as little as $120 for 50 pills. Need your package in a hurry? Call 1-800-990-6271 and ask about our express shipping option, and we will rush your order to you as soon as possible. Save money on the little blue or yellow pill you've been wanting to try. Again, 1-800-990-6271 now. That's 1-800-990-6271.
At our studios currently 41 degrees, cloudy skies. We've had some light rain and light mist through the morning. Winds northeasterly now at 10 miles per hour. The barometer 29.97 and the humidity is 97%. Well, we recorded another 0.65 of an inch in precipitation at 7 o'clock this morning, so that will bring our total for the month of November now up to just under an inch at 95/100ths recorded here at our studios. High yesterday in Broken Bow hit 51, the overnight low, our current temperature of 41. Sunset for this evening is scheduled for 5:16, and the sunrise tomorrow 7:33. Good to have you with us here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, there's no question it is the holiday season. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And if you want to get into the holiday season, one of the best places you can go is Cattlary Farms, just outside Loup City, Nebraska. And they have announced the dates of their Christmas open house. It will be coming up on Friday after Thanksgiving, this Friday, November 24th. They'll be open from 10 until 6. They'll be open Saturday, November 25th from 10 to 6, and open on Sunday, the 26th, from 1 to 6. To celebrate their Christmas open house in 2023. Now, their regular holiday hours will then be Wednesday through Friday from noon to 6. They'll be open Saturdays from 10 to 6, Sundays noon to 6. The final day at Cattlary Farms will be Sunday, December 17th, when they'll be open from 1 until 6 p.m. If you want to take a look at some beautiful live Christmas trees, this is the place. Cattlary Farms, just outside Loup City, Nebraska. Tons of crafts, gifts, and wreaths, and they invite you out to their Christmas open house at Cattlary Farms. Open on Friday, November 24th from 10 to 6, open Saturday from 10 to 6, and open Sunday this weekend from 1 until 6 at Cattlary Farms. Well, Nate Bell with Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, looks forward to continuing to grow and serve you with the same great service and smiles as we close out this year and start looking ahead to 2024. They would like to thank the community of Broken Bow for continuously supporting them over the years. They care deeply for their community as their roots are planted strong. Universal Insurance, located on Southeast Street in Broken Bow. To find out more, give them a call at 872-6438, or you can visit their website at www.gtagroup.com. You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. John Fogerty taking us down the Mystic Highway here on a Monday morning. Well, later today, very soon, Brent and Jeremy will be headed down the highway, and we'll be traveling to Lincoln. Looking forward to bringing you live coverage of the Class D2 State Championship football game later today as Sandhills Thetford goes for the championship, taking on Why Not today. Kickoff will be at Lincoln's Memorial Stadium, kicking off at 2:45 this afternoon. What an amazing run over the past few years it's been for Sandhills Thetford football. This will be their third appearance in the state championship in the last 4 years. That's pretty amazing. So we wish the kids the best of luck as they compete there later today. Some of you may have saw it on social media over the weekend, but they released video of the send-off that they had for the football team. You had a couple of guys on horseback dressed up as knights leading them out of Thetford on their way to Lincoln. So going to be a great atmosphere, going to be a lot of fun. And again, we'll have the game for you live right here on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Kickoff for the game will be 2:45 in the afternoon. So best of luck, guys, as you try to make your dreams come true on a Monday afternoon. 15 past the hour, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and we are joined by a special guest by telephone now, as we are joined by Josh Burnt with A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Nebraska. Josh, how are you doing today?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
Hey, we're doing really good here. I am guessing that you guys are busy, because I don't know if I've ever come around A1 Auto Repair when you haven't been busy. Have you been?
We're
busy?
relatively busy. We've got a lot quicker turnaround times now that we've got some good help in here. And
Josh, talk about that a little bit more. Some of the help that you've brought in, because I know that that has been a goal of yours, to make the turnaround time a little bit more quicker and efficient for your customers.
So I guess I've brought in a couple of fairly highly qualified candidates. One of them moved here all the way from Ohio, just getting away from everything back home and looking to start over. Both guys have quite a bit of knowledge and experience in electrical and engines and
you talk about
and everything. So what's that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So pretty much everything that we are seeing most of the time.
Just talk, I mean, you've been in this for a while now, as far as mechanic work is concerned. The way the automobiles have changed, even just over the past 10 years, amazes even a person like me, who I guess wouldn't necessarily call himself a gearhead. But it really is amazing at how the automobiles continue to develop. And I know in your line of work, you have to learn how to develop right along with that, don't you?
That we do. And due to that, we actually require 100 hours of training every year by all of our employees in order just to try to keep up with all of the changes in the automotive sector.
What is what is the biggest change that you have seen, Josh? Is it just from the electrical side of things and the way things have even become more automated, perhaps? Or what's the biggest change you've seen maybe in just the past 10 years?
I would have to say the biggest change with that comes into the electrical side, all the computers that are involved in the operation of the vehicles nowadays, the networks that have been developed so that all of the different computers throughout a vehicle can communicate with each other.
We are entering into kind of the winter time of the season, and I know with the winter, the weather changes, and folks need to make sure they're prepared for it in regards to their vehicle. Just talk about that a little bit, and maybe what you guys offer in just getting people's vehicles ready for the winter time ahead of us.
So when pretty much every vehicle that comes through the door, we have about a 52-point courtesy inspection that we do. On that, we kind of touch on all the fluid levels, pretty much any and all of the safety components on that vehicle. We're taking a look at things such as your oil, your transmission fluid, your power steering, if it has it. Because some of those are electrical now, so there are no fluids with that. But we're looking at the coolant, the drive belts. We'll do a quick check of the starting and charging system as well.
I know that four-wheel drive vehicles can be a little bit different, but those are things that you guys can handle too, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we pretty much take in anything and everything here. We work on all the domestics, all the Asians, as well as we will do work on some of the European vehicles as well.
Can you talk about that a little bit? Those European vehicles, how are they different to the American-made vehicles, and are those a little bit more of a challenge for you guys?
Probably, I would have to say the challenge is more so understanding how they are engineered.
Mm.
Once you understand the way that the programming is and the way all their schematics are drawn and everything, they're not a whole lot different.
Yeah. Josh, talk a little bit about all of the different services that you guys offer. Obviously, we've talked about the mechanical work and, the types of vehicles that you guys can take care of, but maybe just give us a full overview of just everything that you guys will take care of for the customer.
Well, we will pretty much touch on any and every aspect of the vehicle. I mean, we do your regular service work. We'll do tires, alignments. We'll do electrical repairs. Anything from testing some of the more complex networking systems to figuring out an electrical issue, why a particular sensor isn't communicating with the computer or anything like that, brakes, suspension. We do glass work. We'll replace windshields. We do rock chip repair now.
Boy, that's great. I mean, that is a big variety of things that you guys will take care of for the customer. Now, let's face it, sometimes when we're driving and we see that check engine light come on, we think, oh, well, you know what? It's probably nothing. But it can be something. So if something goes off on your vehicle, kind of giving you a warning sign, I'm guessing that you guys are certainly willing to take a look at that because it's easier, I'm guessing, to look at things early rather than later.
Yeah, a lot of times that engine light doesn't just come on for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of the issues that they'll come on for may not exactly be super important right now.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them are. But then also some of the issues that may set an engine light off, if it's not taken care of now, it's going to cause several other issues down the road.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your facility. I know a while back you moved to a different location. Just give people a good overview of where they can find you and talk about your facility a little bit.
Well, we moved from downtown Arnold. We're now out on the south edge of town, heading out on Highway 40. Pretty much the last building here before you cross the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
We moved from about a 3,500 square foot building now into about a 10,000 square foot building. So we have a whole lot more space here to get vehicles in. We've got more space for vehicles to be parked.
Mm-hmm.
Which also allowed us to expand, bring in more technicians so that we can get the vehicles in and out faster. We've got a little bit nicer reception area here for customers, and with some of those additions, we've also added loaner vehicles.
Oh, that's
to our
nice.
offerings.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice plus to be able to offer that. Is there a phone number, Josh, that you recommend they call if they have some questions or maybe want to make an appointment? Is there a good number to call?
Yeah, the best number is 308-848-2542.
All right. We've touched on a lot of different things. Was there something that you wanted to mention, Josh, that maybe we haven't touched on yet?
Well, I guess probably the biggest thing that I kind of keep touching on is the turnaround times. I know there's one point that we were sitting 5, 6, 7 weeks out before we could even get anything in, and that's probably the biggest thing that has helped bringing the 2 additional technicians in is we're typically able to get people in within 2 to 3 days.
Boy, that's big.
So, I mean, that's definitely something that helps people, because let's be honest, it's definitely an inconvenience to have a vehicle down, especially when you're counting on it.
Sure, yeah.
Which has been another thing that the new facility has helped with.
Yeah. Well, that's great, Josh. Great that you've been able to bring in some new technicians and some help to make that turnaround time quicker. And I'm sure that you'll be busy as we go through the winter season. And we always appreciate you taking time to visit with us. And I did want to say one personal note. I think that you guys, the past couple of years, have helped sponsor music on KCNI and KBBN radio. We do this thing where people sponsor hours of Christmas music. And I think in the past couple of years, you guys have sponsored an hour of non-Christmas music to give everybody a little bit of a break. And I just want you to know that I personally really appreciate that.
Well, at least some people are appreciating that. I know some people you talk to, and they definitely get a little overwhelmed by all the Christmas music.
We can, yes. Yeah. Well, listen, we really appreciate the way you use our radio station to promote your business, the way you have sponsored some of the things that we do here. We really appreciate you and your business toward us, and we'll encourage people to contact you and visit with you if their vehicles need some work.
Good deal.
All right. Josh, thank you for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Brent.
All right. Josh, our guest from A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Nebraska. As you can tell, folks, they're working really hard, and you can be guaranteed that they are up to date on the latest, no matter what kind of vehicle you have. They are willing to work with you. And as you heard Josh say, they have brought in some new help, which allows them to get that turnaround time a lot quicker and get the vehicle back into your possession and ready to run and work for you as we go through the months ahead. 9:28 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You can't be in farming without taking risks. That's common knowledge. But that doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind. And when it comes to new technology, farmers always look before they leap. And for the past 3 years, farmers have looked at the Enlist weed control system, and they have leapt. Now it's your turn. Millions and millions of acres have proven the effectiveness of Enlist herbicide's superior technology with neighbor-friendly weed control, more tank mix options, near zero volatility, and much, much more. But to unlock all these advantages, you must start with Enlist E3 soybeans. See what a better seed and herbicide system can bring to your fields at Enlist.com. You've looked. Now leap.
Well, that will just about do it for the breakfast show here today as we approach 9:30 on this Monday morning. Again, one final reminder that we will be in Lincoln for you later today to bring you live coverage of the Class D2 State Championship football game as the Sandhills Thetford Knights go for the state championship. They take on undefeated Wynot in the final, and we'll have it for you later today on KBBN, 95.3 FM, and KBBN.com. Kickoff for the game is scheduled for 2:45 this afternoon. That's going to wrap it up for our breakfast show on this Monday morning. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow.